Hello, and very happy to see you on my channel. This afternoon, we give you a piece of breaking news. A royal photographer has claimed Prince Harry's criticism of the Commonwealth shows he has lost the plot and should stop listening to his wife, Meghan Markle. London-based veteran royal photographer Arthur Edwards said Harry criticizing the one thing the Queen cherishes above all things, which is preserving the Commonwealth, is an insult. Writing in The Sun today, Arthur observed, Prince Harry is entitled to his views, but in criticizing the Commonwealth, the organization closest to his grandmother's heart, he has simply lost the plot. He continues, Harry knows just how important the Commonwealth is to the Queen, and Meghan does too. When she wore her wedding veil, embroidered with the flower of every Commonwealth nation, the Queen was touched. So to criticize the one thing the Queen cherishes above all things, which is preserving the Commonwealth, is an insult to her, no matter what the palace may say officially. Arthur continued, The Queen is never happier than with the heads of government at the Commonwealth State Banquet, where she dresses in her finery and jewels. Harry should stop listening to his wife, who is obviously filling him full of these ideas. She is evidently no fan of Her Majesty's beloved Commonwealth. Indeed, after the Commonwealth service at Westminster Abbey in March, her and Harry's last official royal engagement, Meghan couldn't wait to leave. She went straight to Heathrow Airport, where British Airways staff held up the last flight to Vancouver so she could get on. At least Harry stayed and spent the evening with the Queen and the rest of the royal family. The esteemed photographer also said the comments made by the Duke and Duchess in their roles as President and Vice President of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust charity will tarnish the organization's reputation. The biggest concern for the Queen, he added, is that it will harm its standing among younger people who have scant knowledge of what it is and what it does. Mr. Arthur concludes to bitter repeat with Harry, William, and Catherine went to Malaysia and Tuvalu, but Harry, who visited the West Indies, was the star. He hugged the Jamaican Prime Minister, ran races with Usain Bolt, and, in his blue suede shoes, danced with kids in the clubs. He knew just how important this organization is to his grandmother. How quickly he forgets. Dear old Arthur has photographed the royal family for nearly 40 years and enjoys a friendly relationship with them, especially the Queen. He is a man in a position to know of the hurt and despair Harry has caused her with his unfounded and ill-informed criticism of the Commonwealth. Despite her composed and dignified outward appearance, she must feel Harry's comments deeply distressing. Her youngest grandchild, little Archie, has been taken to another country and is being raised in a culture far removed from his royal heritage, and the Queen must feel that at 94 years of age, her chances of ever seeing him again and holding him are rather remote. A cruel blow for a woman who has cherished and nurtured her family all of her life. Every one of Harry's criticisms must be like a dagger through her heart, and it would be the height of hypocrisy and disrespect for him and Meghan to turn up at her state funeral, playing a central role after all the hurt and misery he and his wife have caused. The wife who disingenuously claimed not to know who Harry was suddenly is an expert in the history of the Commonwealth. She hardly gave anyone the chance to speak and constantly interrupted the real experts to draw the attention back to herself. Basically, Harry has lost the plot. He married a narcissistic woman who thirsts for status, connections, and wealth is so easy to see when she appears to despise everything about the very royal family she so badly wanted to join. Even to the point that she was willing to leave her dogs behind and live here, at least for a while. Harry has made a very poor choice. He really can't see that she is not really about anything. She has no true values or convictions. She just jumps on convenient bandwagons. Anything will do if it achieves her self-serving agenda. He most certainly should stop listening to her and get away. There has been a disturbing change in her presentation in the last few videos. Her eyes have got even colder and harder, with a slight dead and manic look. Her staring, blinking, and eyeballing Harry sideways as he spoke is weird and unsettling. When that hard face speaks directly into the camera, she increasingly looks like a menacing hostage taker about to issue a demand, or else. Someone needs to think and do something before it's too late. Meanwhile, an expert who refused to share her name also slammed Harry. She said, "It's more than a bit embarrassing that Harry doesn't understand that and he was appointed the president of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. The Queen will need to take some serious action to prevent the demise of the monarchy. I don't think they really understand what a liability Harry is becoming." She continues, "The Queen Mum willed Harry more money than William, because William will be king one day. I hope the Queen revises her will to compensate William for what may not be his one day. It really is coming to a boiling point. The Queen and Charles need to stop looking the other way, hoping all this will go away. It appears their inaction is emboldening Harry and the company. It would be a shame if after all of her years of service and dedication are marred by a dim, rouge grandchild." "Empathy with the Queen," she said. "I do feel for our Queen. A lady of her age and standing in the world should not be subjected to these daily outpourings from uneducated people who don't care a jot for her or our history. Time for the dear lady to rest and not have to hear these bilious comments. I was an English lady who wouldn't dream of upsetting her in any way, so how do they live with themselves?" She added, "I think it's a great pity that an American citizen has acquired the right to meddle with the Commonwealth of Nations. America has never been a part of this, and she should know this, not least because she studied international affairs as part of her degree. And, frankly, she needs to look at her own past before throwing stones. It's littered with discarded family and discarded causes." A viewer also agrees with her and said, "Yes, I would like to know that also. She treats her staff like dirt as if far beneath her, hence they all leave very quickly. She gave orders to one of Kate's staff when it was not her place to do so, causing great upset. And what she is putting her poor father through. Sends him a vile letter with no words of concern for his health. Gives copies out to friends who take to the people, printing the best bits. But when he defends himself, showing all the nasty bits, she sues. Meghan made that letter public first, and the way she was staring at Harry, it looked positively creepy." Another fan also sees that. He discusses, "Meghan is using this too well, and truly shows whose side Harry is on. She has put him in the position of picking her or his family, but he can't have both. It appears he has chosen, but some of his expressions in the video suggest he's nervous about what he's doing and saying, but he's doing it anyway. Just more proof that Meghan got herself someone vulnerable and very, very wealthy. She'll get tired, I imagine, of controlling him at some point, because the irony is, she'll make him so weak and hapless she'll have to do everything for him, and then she'll ask him what happened to him, why he is so passive." And the last one blamed Harry and blasted Meghan. Harry deserves no defending. It is his family, his country, his military relationship, his fellow British citizens that he has offended and outraged. Meghan cannot make him do anything. So either he is trash for what he has done or is trash for doing what Meghan tells him to do. I believe he is an insecure, vindictive little man that blames everyone else for everything. He is enjoying hurting his family. The real problem is that Her Majesty and Prince Charles are extending so much undeserved privilege to him and the malignant narcissistic in hopes that he returns. Why are the military titles not being reassigned? Surely the UK has many men and women deserving of such an honor, far more than this disgusting worm. Earlier this week, the Duke of Sussex faced criticism after he appeared to take a swipe at the British Empire by saying the history of the Commonwealth must be acknowledged, even if it's uncomfortable. Harry made the comment as he joined wife Meghan Markle for a video call from their Los Angeles home, with young leaders from the Queen's Commonwealth Trust last week that was made public on Monday. As part of the discussion on justice and equal rights, Harry said the Commonwealth, of which his grandmother is head, needs to follow others who have acknowledged the past and are trying to right their wrongs, and also admitted to having his own unconscious bias. During the video call, Meghan said it is also a time of reckoning when individuals should be putting their hands up to own their past wrongdoings. The statement appears to be a swipe at the British Empire, which was ruled over by his ancestors and led to the creation of the Commonwealth, and goes against the protocol of royals not wading into politics. And you? What do you think about this couple? Please let me know in the comment section below and we can discuss them together. Remember to like and share my video for anyone who also loved it like you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get more news from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Now, goodbye, and see you in the next videos.
Harry, does he have to stop, take control of himself, put the Commonwealth conservation benefits? The Queen is a wonderful woman, and her grandson Harry needs to think twice before acting to best suit the argument of his talkative wife Meghan and the lovely grandmother of the people of the world.